Everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm just doing a quick video about Dave Ellefson, the bass player of Megadeth. There's been some recent allegations that came out, and first it was him grooming an underage girl, and then there was some wank video that I didn't, thankfully I didn't get to see of him on camera or something. And then comes out, he makes a statement, Megadeth makes a statement, then allegedly the girl makes a statement. And the woman in question, I guess, is much younger than him, but she is of legal age, consenting adult, and she said that in her statement. But still, people are, it's kind of funny because, like, these Christian, born again Christians are pretty repressed. A lot of the time, sexual morality. So it doesn't surprise me you cheat on his wife. But if you're a rock star like him, it's going to be a lot easier to do that. But some of the things that I see happening with this whole thing is that there's always this, like, maybe he's not the most moral person with regards to this cheating on his wife, but it's like, oh my God, there was so much. Even there's still, like, feminists and woke metal blogs talking about people in the comments are talking about grooming. All I gotta say is, like, I know that the whole thing with Marilyn Manson's ex was pretty messed up, especially if it's true, which looking like more and more that it could very well be. Now, at the same time, if people really think that you can groom a 20-year-old, and even if you're like 50 something or whatever, if you can groom an adult, they by definition, or they're not fully consenting because they're younger, why don't they change the age of consent to 30 then or something? For fuck's sake, these people. But I don't know. Just thought I'd have a thought on this. I don't think it's going to affect Megadeth at all. I think things will blow over, but who knows? Maybe there is worse things to come with that, or maybe more. But I spoke too soon on the Carl Logan thing back in the day, so and I was kind of unpleasantly shocked by that whole thing. But no, the thing is, what can I say about this whole thing? It's just funny. I didn't get to see any of those videos, but or even like the interactions, but who knows? Do I really care that much? I don't know. Just figured I'd do a video. I think it's kind of funny that Megadeth's about to go on tour and release a new album too. It's like I could swear that people release leak sex tapes before some big thing comes out. I'm not saying Ellefson did this or something, but it's just a weird situation. But of course, people jump to conclusions right away without hearing the whole story. That's kind of the culture we're in, and it kind of bothers me that the metal scene is so taken in by that too. Just jumping to these conclusions, and metal scene has really become quite weak-minded and establishment. Just as a note, I don't really like the direction it's going. In a lot of ways, it's just fucking normies that are headbang sometimes. It's just on a note. Just another note on that. I don't like the way that things are going with that, but if there's bad stuff that comes out about this, then that's terrible. But so far it's looking like a non-issue. It's just two consenting adults, regardless of what you think about what constitutes consent or grooming, with adults, which, like, it does make me mad. I'm just being honest. Like, am I gonna, like, turn down a Tinder match if they're 24 and I'm my age, like, because I'm scared of grooming them, or 26 or 27 for that matter? It's like, oh my God, if I'm 50, I can't date a 25-year-old. I'm just this horrible person for doing that. It's just like, it just bothers me. But yeah, I guess the allegations were at first that she was a minor. And you know, I'm gonna have to say this very controversial statement, and just hear me out on this. So there is a possibility that in this situation she was a minor when she started talking to him, and that might, you know, be problematic to many people. At this point, she's an adult. Same with these like really weird female teachers that get these, like, they marry their students after they become of age. It's like they're male students they were with when they're underage. Now you can argue all sorts of dynamics with that, and you know, it's pretty creepy and weird. But it's like when the kid's an adult, what the hell are you gonna do? You know, you're just gonna say, well, you're it's like brainwashing people, like giving them like almost like false memory kind of shit. Like, you were abused because you were 17 and a half and she was 46, you know? It's like, it's just kind of, we have to have some nuance here, and it just gets a little ridiculous at times. But yeah, I mean, the sensationalist blabbermouths and Instagrams and all this stuff of the world just like piled on to Dave Ellefson. It's like, I don't know, it's just kind of ridiculous. But I don't know, you know, I mean, I'm not really big on Megadeth post 1990 that much anyways. I like, well, you know, with some exceptions, I like System Has Failed, and Countdown at this point to me is better than the Black Album by Metallica, even though it kind of has a similar commercial sheen to it. Second half particularly is just like, it's not that different than Rust in Peace. So Megadeth is see him live, and you know, it's hit or miss. Just being totally honest, I met Dave Mustaine. He was quite a character. That was one of my best like celebrity meetings I've ever had. It was so bizarre and surreal and cool. But I don't know. I wish him the best. I hope there is some, just like, that's all it was with regards to this woman, and she was a full adult when, you know, regardless of what you say, that's the law. I mean, the law says 18, you know? I mean, and some of the woke metal social justice warriors might go after him if she was like only 18 when they started talking, or 19. I don't even know how old this woman is. But it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're just gonna point to him, he's like a creep because he outlaws after younger women. Well, let me tell you something. Biologically and evolutionarily, men go after younger women. It's just a fact. Sometimes it's reversed nowadays, of course, and I have nothing wrong with that. One of my friends, this was a woman that's 30 years his senior. It's like, well, it's not for me, but I'm not gonna like criticize that. I used to be a little more questioning of that, by the way, but and it culminated with one of my ex-girlfriends who was 15 years my junior, because she got mad that I questioned this. I was questioning, you know, or I used to question this or whatever. I'm not going to go into more details on this, but you know, there's certain situations where it's not for you, it's not your life, and you're making a snap judgment, or you make these judgments about these situations. Now, you know, I come from the manosphere, you know, I've been in the manosphere, watched, you know, red pill videos and pickup artist stuff over the years and stuff, and I've, you know, read books and done some other things too with that. You know, so I do have a different opinion than a lot of people. I don't think I have a, you know, opinion about certain things with relationships that are maybe a little bit unconventional, even though I really want conventionality, and, you know, as far as in my own life. But yeah, it's just, I don't know why I started going off on that, but it's just, it seems like people are just ready to jump down his throat and just believe accusations right away, like usual. But we have to take into consideration, you know, what really happened. It kind of reminds me actually of Michael Douglas, because, you know, not the age thing, but there was an accusation made against Michael Douglas, and he kind of preemptively came out the day before this publication ran the story. And we haven't really heard much about it, because I think he was more preemptive in it. Now, was Michael Douglas a creep in the 80s, all coked up or whatever he was doing? Fucking genius actor, by the way. Probably my favorite. Uh, probably my favorite actor, by the way. I know he's a neoliberal douchebag, politically, but, I mean, he's liberal, but, he's like fucking, there's some problem. Compared to his father, he's more mainstream and establishment. And I attack people for being established. I'm just in an anti-establishment mood as of late. So, but he came out before the accusations really hit, and I guess there's nothing said about Michael Douglas now with Me Too. Now, neither Michael Douglas or Dave Ellefson or any kind of Epstein or Weinstein kind of people. I mean, it's like, entertainers, that's another thing about this whole thing, because entertainers, and I'm gonna smack that troll who said I smack too much in videos, by the way, calling you out, motherfucker. I'll smack you in the fucking face. Anyways, attack trolls. I'll fight you. Come on, let's fight. Trolls, fight trolls. Come on, don't be anonymous. Let's fight. I don't give a fuck. It's just some troll, really. Said I smacked too much of it. Whatever. Fuck you. So, it's like, oh, there I did it again. I hope you. Fuck you. So, like the whole thing with the these people coming out, like these entertainers. That's it did it again. Now it's like a fucking tick. But so when these entertainers, you've got to consider this whole thing, like where regards to like how much access they have. They have, like, if you're a cisgender male, heterosexual, in acting or music or comedy or whatever. Hey, is that why I want to do all that? No. You're going to have a lot more choices. There's going to be a lot more women throwing themselves at you. And you're just going to it's your choice. You could be like a fundamental Christian about it. But of course, those people, like Ellefson is, he's more of a, he's born again. Those people are probably going to be more apt to cheat on their wives in some ways than someone that's just like, whatever. It's like, you can't really say, like, at the end of the day, when people want to, they want to live this pure life and stuff, they're going to be tempted by things that happen, of course. But rock stars, there's always things going on with that. And I don't know what the intent of the person that leaked this stuff was. Who knows? But supposedly, it sounded like... The unfortunate thing is it did sound like the Matt Gaetz stuff, which I haven't really followed in a while, but I guess there was some smoke where the fire was with that, unfortunately, because I know I liked how he pissed off people sometimes, but I don't really like him as a person or politician, but sometimes just the way he rattled the establishment's feathers. But, that's the whole left-right paradigm being, implemented anyways, which I hate anyways. So, but yeah, it's like these people come out and they preempt the accusations, and then it kind of disappears. Hell, the whole thing with Sylvester Stallone is kind of a non-story now. I don't know what happened, but there was an accusation against him from the 80s that never caught fire. It was like 2017, 2018, the whole Me Too thing. And, it's like, did he really do what she accused him of? I don't know. I wouldn't be, the thing is, like, a lot of people, I would not be surprised with anybody doing any of this stuff, unfortunately. Because, and this is a controversial statement too, because I know people have just different, they're in different phases of their life. Now, if they're like a serial, like if they push the boundaries a little bit at one point and then it's, then there's an accusation or whatever. Oh, I was looking at a comment on YouTube, but you know, it's like everybody can, have problematic situations come up. I mean, Michael Douglas might have harassed someone high on coke or whatever in the 80s, and that doesn't mean he's a sexual predator. He probably should apologize if it really happened, and try to make restitution for that. But like I said, I mean, I can't imagine how it would be to be in one of these situations. It doesn't excuse anything, but if you're in this situation where you're meeting, let's say we're looking at the rockumentaries from back in the day, Def Leppard. They go backstage and there's like 100 women ready to have sex with them. Their clothes are half off, and it's like the opportunities for misunderstandings or for just being a fucking drunk idiot go up exponentially. So I don't know, if you're an entertainer or a rock star, how you handle it, how you handle all that stuff. Now, the fact of the matter is there's plenty of willing women for rock stars, entertainers, actors, and everything, that there's no need to be aggressively sexual in that kind of manner. And that's the thing that we have to hammer home with regards to these situations. So that's why things like Marilyn Manson's the accusations against Marilyn Manson are more like, oh my God, that's some fucked up shit. It's like, it's more believable if you think about it. It's like, if you don't have scarcity in a certain area, when these things are abused, then it's more believable. So I don't know. But did Dave Ellefson do something wrong? I don't know. We'll find out. That's about all.